football game this weekend. There's a lot of basketball happening. All of the other sports are starting to heat up. Baseball is right around the corner. You can bet on all the sports with my friends at St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake, the golf, anything you need. Also, games you can't play here in casinos, they have at St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake. The food's incredible. The cocktails are incredible. The atmosphere's fun. Everything about St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake is the absolute best. Go to GoPlayWin.com. That's GoPlayWin.com. St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake. Find your fortune. Hogs?
It's Chris Hockey. If you don't have time to see builders and remodelers at the Home and Garden Show this year, don't worry. You can still find great deals on home improvements. They'll come to you. Take advantage of great home show special savings on roofing and siding and doors and windows, like save up to $3,000 off any roofing or siding project. Plus, home show special savings of an additional $500 off. Awesome products and awesome prices from the Twin Cities' premier home improvement company since 1952. That's buildersandremodelers.com. Buildersandremodelers.com. Nobody does it better.
Jackson Hewitt gets you your biggest tax refund guaranteed, plus a chance to double your refund or win weekly prizes with their Double Your Refund sweepstakes. File your taxes on the double. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 18 or older who file a 2022 federal tax return. Ends 4/2/23.
Stay relaxed no matter what happens on the field during the big game with CBDistillery.com. Visit CBDistillery.com right now. Visit CBDistillery.com now to get started and unwind tonight and feel great tomorrow. CBDistillery.com. Listen live to The Fan or podcast us on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. This is FM 100.3 KFXN Minneapolis, St. Paul, an iHeartRadio station.
8:03. Monica Agnew Kinnaman is celebrating her 105th birthday on February 11th. As a World War II veteran, she celebrated with other veterans the last few birthdays. 105 years old, she served in the British Army, loading and helping aim anti-aircraft guns in World War II to take down Nazi planes. So it was one of the few jobs they allowed women to do, but in the late stages of the war, they were like, we could really use your help. So she was the main person who aimed the anti-aircraft guns.
How about that?
And told them to fire. Yeah. 105 years old.
Still going. Good for her.
So fun.
Now a resident of Colorado Springs.
My goodness.
That's because she moved there when they legalized weed.
Yeah, and psilocybin. Big fan.
Psychedelics,
Yeah, big fan.
Good for her.
Yeah.
She's earned the right to trip out.
Yeah, that's true.
Do what you want.
That's right.
What a life. Okay.
She also smokes crack, I think.
Well, let's not say things.
It's the key to longevity.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Okay.
That last part was a joke, by the way. Don't quote me on that. LeBron James had a record that he set the other day. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah, most points I think ever scored in the NBA, I believe, is what people were talking about. Right, Paul? A lot of people were talking about it.
Yeah, a lot of people. Constantly.
They're saying now that the jersey he was wearing that historic night would sell for $3 million. That's what they're saying.
I don't think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Anthony Davis would pay a penny for it.
Probably not.
They don't seem to care.
No, they don't. They don't have to.
Hey, but did you guys see... Okay, maybe I'm losing my mind. You know, I know LeBron James has been throwing the chalk in the air forever, right? It's like, whatever. A lot of people do that. Did you guys see his press conference after the game?
I did not.
He sat down at the little table, and there's the backdrop, and he's answering questions about passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Behind him, there already was a banner with a logo that said, like, you know, LeBron James, all-time leading scorer kind of a thing, with a like an animated picture of LeBron from behind, with his arms outstretched, exactly how he did when he scored the basket. He kind of held his arms up in a V, like Jeremy from Pearl Jam. Yeah. Is that a thing that he always does, or did the people that made this backdrop know that's what he was going to do?
That's what he always does, I think.
Well, or
that's kind of like his look, right?
That's his pregame thing, but I didn't know he was going to do that. Is that his? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Is that just his pose that he's known for?
Well,
I guess I didn't know that.
As they say, did they just turn it around and get it
That's also what I thought. I'm like, did they really turn this around in about
Possible.
an hour?
Oh, they
And
could
make
have.
a-
Of course.
Oh, they could have.
But I'm guessing
But they
because
animated it too. It's graphics. That's pretty quick graphic design turnaround. It wasn't a photo. It was a graphic
it wasn't
design.
the chalk thing. It was the shot he had walking down the court
Exactly.
with his arms
Not
outstretched.
throwing the chalk. This was him with his arms outstretched
I don't think
after he
he's done
scored.
that before. But
Maybe he.
They had the backdrop ready for the
you
game.
don't think so?
I bet he does.
I don't know. How do we not
I do
that?
feel like
Why don't we ask basketball expert Chris Hockey?
He only
he
does
knows
that when
about
he's
golf.
trying to
He
fly.
didn't do the Michael shrug.
No,
You know,
this
the
was
MJ, like-
arms raised in a V. Like, again, he was on the top of a mountain and he spoke in class today.
Well, he is the chosen one.
Dead lay in pools of rube load.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, he nailed
squeeze me.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time now for headlines presented by Paul Bunyan Plumbing and Drain.
Yeah, Paul
enough sports.
Bunyan. What do you got there? What are you
What's
reading?
going on? What you doing?
No, we're good.
He's upset because he's got new pens and he loves them.
A 9-year-old kid in Chicago just broke a world record by dribbling a basketball blindfolded. Now, before I ask you guys to guess, here's what this little headline doesn't say. I don't know if he broke the record for a 9-year-old or just broke the record. 'Cause my guess would be different for both. Because to be
They
honest,
keep 9-year-old records.
to be honest,
Basketball doesn't have any eyes.
this record doesn't really impress me. So I can't believe it's the overall world record. But it says, here's exactly how this sentence is written.
Okay.
A 9-year-old kid in Chicago just broke a world record by dribbling a basketball blindfolded for
The length of time you're talking
Yeah,
about?
how long? Time.
Yep, how long?
Maybe he was in that room with Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Let me ask you differently. What's a number that would just impress you? If I said I went and dribbled the basketball blindfolded and I went blank minutes without screwing it up. If I said I did it for a half an hour, would you guys be impressed or not?
92 minutes.
I was gonna
Not
say
really.
I'm gonna say 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm going to say, just because I want to, I'm going to say 12 hours.
No, and because you're
Don't
not
do it
impressed
because you
with
want
it.
to. Do it
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
feel it.
It's not that high.
World record.
It wouldn't be that high if you're not that impressed. I would say 3 hours.
Man, I'm so glad you did what you wanted for once in your life.
Yeah.
buddy.
Good for you to take
Yeah,
a stand,
good for you.
Sauce.
Finally, you did it.
I'm
buddy.
just saying.
Paul, I'm very proud that you're willing to guess whatever you want.
I am. I'm no longer shackled.
You're no longer
Mo
shackled.
Long, that's the worst name I've ever heard. Right.
Hawk, you guessed 92 minutes.
That's
The
what I
answer
said.
is 80. 1 hour
Wow.
and 20
Really?
minutes.
I'm very impressed by that.
Not 12 hours.
One of the Globetrotters has to be able to do it longer than 80 minutes.
Well, it's-
Like
yeah,
a
so-
9-year-old kid.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
No.
A dog in Texas ran away from her new home after she got adopted from a shelter last
Rosie.
month. But her new owners have her again after she somehow walked 10 miles back to the shelter and rang the doorbell.
Roser.
Wow. Are you serious?
She's got
Lassie,
a lot of
come
friends
home.
at the shelter.
I'm just reporting.
What?
She somehow got 10 miles back to the shelter and rang the doorbell at the shelter.
I can't find my car in the Mall
This
of
is
America.
the smartest dog alive.
And hated that new family.
Yeah.
Hated that family.
Yeah, they were tired of it. Yeah.
Rosie, do
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your honesty.
you feel like you're honest with us most of the time or not?
Yes.
Do you feel like sometimes we ask you questions that you're not comfortable
Yes.
answering?
Yes.
Because it's
Get the-
major market
You in
morning radio?
particular.
Turn the
Okay.
music down.
I
Get the
am-
button
I
bar
am-
ready. Get the
You
button
in
bar ready.
particular.
I'm gonna turn my mic off.
So you also, like Abbott, think I'm difficult to deal with?
Roser.
Yes.
Rosie?
Why me?
How often are you constipated?
Man, great question.
Not often, actually, because I have
Not
lots
often.
of fruits and vegetables.
Okay,
Look
fruits
at
and
Ben. He's
vegetables.
like an adoring.
I want to
You're not.
Yeah, I wanna know.
You're not looking at Elizabeth right now. Calm down.
I want to know.
Okay, so hang on. Follow-up question. That's what good interviewers do. Right?
Yes.
I listen to your
Okay, Mike
answer.
Wallace.
Howard Stern, thank you.
Okay.
Stern's the best.
All right. He is
but
good.
but you did say not that often, which means once
once
in a while.
Well, I think everyone is.
Okay, so let's just
in a
say
while, of
once in a
course.
while,
I don't know. Can't put
Rosie's blocked the F up.
it- Yeah, not. Yeah,
Right. Nothing's going
Fortunately,
your way.
not very often.
Okay, but-
it's too painful.
One of those moments, though.
Yeah.
How can I help?
It's happening.
Yes.
And you're like, son of a bitch,
Right.
this sucks.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Would you,
just-
Mark Rosen, do this?
Oh boy.
The FDA approved this new pill in August
Yes.
called Vibrant.
Yeah.
Vibrant.
Oh, it
Okay.
vibrates
And they
inside
just
you.
became available
Chris,
as
settle
a
down.
prescription this week.
All right.
Here's what Vibrant does. You take one pill each night before you go to bed.
Yeah.
Oh, not while you're on the toilet.
Nope.
Okay.
Is it a suppository?
Nope. Take one pill before you go to bed.
All right.
You have to activate. I don't even know what that means.
What?
I don't know if you flip the button on. You have to activate each pill before you swallow it because for the first 2 hours you have it going through your system,
Right.
it vibrates.
I knew it.
Then it stops for 6 hours and then it starts vibrating again for another 2 hours.
Vibrating.
This
you
is-
can actually feel it inside your system.
I guess. I don't know if you can feel it or not, but it definitely is vibrating.
okay.
And this is supposed to relieve constipation. A vibrating pill that has 2 windows of 2 hours of vibration.
Okay,
Going through
let's
your
go back.
system.
Let's go back to Hockey's question. Is this not a suppository?
No, I think
for,
this goes
for
through-
some. For some, for some,
It says after you swallow it.
there
Yeah, I
might
did.
there might be a
Button bar.
there might be some people, a lot of people in the audience that would like that sensation.
Yeah.
Roser.
Hey, look, this is all the notes that I have. If it goes
That's
that
it.
direction, it doesn't say so in the story. They make it sound like you swallow
Is this
it. and they-
FDA approved?
Yeah,
you said?
FDA approved in
Okay.
August. So my guess is that the 6 hour of waiting is for it to work its way through your system and to get closer to where you need it to be. So you don't
Well, if
have
you
to go
have a-
that direction. You go the oral direction.
If you have a constant constipation problem, it sounds as if that would be something you would probably want to take. But if you're trying to eat healthy once in a while, it would be nice not to clog up the pipes. Then
Button bar.
you don't have to say it; it just naturally appears.
Yeah.
Button bar.
How many of us would legitimately take a vibrating pill
I would.
if you had
Okay.
constipation?
He would.
Hockey.
He'd be the first in
I
line.
would it.
What if you didn't have constipation?
You would just take
wanted
it
to feel the
anyway.
rush.
I just want to make sure I'm super clean in there.
All right, on the count of 3, somebody name somebody from the fan staff who would take a vibrating pill. 3, 2, 1. Paul.
Allen. Who said Chad Abbott?
Researchers at North Carolina State University are saying eventually we might have to add a 4th light to traffic lights.
Why?
Please explain.
Yes,
Okay, go ahead.
I think it's pretty
I have my
simple
theory.
and works pretty well right now. But go ahead.
it would be a white light, although they say the color wouldn't matter, but the theory is that the leading candidate would be a white light. Not this month, Max. Any guesses why we might need to add a 4th traffic light in the future?
My guess would be, because it's my number one pet peeve now, when you're making a left turn at an intersection, a lot of Minnesota drivers feel like they just can't inch out into the intersection a
You
little
got to
bit.
commit.
You have to commit
Yeah,
because
get out
like
there.
in California, 2 cars automatically go when the light changes. We barely can get 1 car to go when the light changes. So maybe the white light means you go and the
Nope.
one behind you go.
Nope.
Oh, I wish that was the case.
This is guessable. Think about it.
Man.
I'm trying to think because it's got to be common sense. It's not anything to do with electric cars, is it?
That's exactly what it
Self-driving
is.
cars?
Oh,
the
good
idea
guess.
is that more and more automated cars are on the street and they would be able to communicate with each other and the traffic lights
wow.
and coordinate optimal, most efficient traffic flow. So there would be some kind of 4th
Yeah.
light that helps the communication of the automated cars.
That's genius.
That's the idea. I don't understand the science behind it, but that's the
Sounds
theory.
like it'd be pricey to get all that done. But
Today's National Pizza Day.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh
got a
man, we
news
had it last
story.
night.
I got a news story about it. Here we go.
97% of Americans eat it at least once a month,
Oh,
over
yeah.
40% once a week, and odds are you have one in your freezer right now. Today is National Pizza Day, and we honor Raphael Esposito from Naples, Italy for inventing it. It's made up of 3 ingredients: dough, tomato sauce, and cheese. Of course, you can have more. How to Cook says pepperoni is the overall winner as #1 topping, followed by mushrooms, onions, and sausage. And there are
How long
deals
are you
today
gonna
from
talk?
7-Eleven to Sam's Club and many a pizza joint near you. So look for them.
Pizza whale.
Wow.
Pizza whales,
7th
man.
Avenue
Couldn't
Pizza.
have been more
invention.
annoying.
I am.
agreed.
I'm all about extra cheese.
Yes.
I like pepperoni.
You're going to
don't get me
need that
wrong.
vibrating pill then.
Man, let me tell you right now. I'm going to put it in my urethra just to see what happens.
Jesus.
Why not? Don't tell me what to do.
Activate
I like to
the
party.
Yeah, hey, you do you.
I like to party. What if I'm clogged up downstairs?
Well,
Yeah,
right?
Sauce, you were brave. Hey, you were brave enough to guess any number you wanted.
Yeah.
Let Chris be
You
brave enough
inspired
because
me.
you can put a vibrating pill in his urethra.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
What are you, Elvin
No
Fish?
judging.
Calm
Who's
down.
that?
Nobody gets that joke.
He's a serial killer.
Yeah,
Anyway,
of course.
but the for me, and this goes for everybody out there, it's my little pizza life hack. Always ask for extra sauce. Always.
No,
Always,
no,
always,
really?
always ask for extra sauce.
No,
Then why do you say no?
No, you don't
just
want
don't need
extra
extra
sauce. Why do you want extra sloppy?
I like
Does he
it
like
also.
it sloppy?
Like a sloppy?
I like sloppy
Look,
gloppy.
sometimes for the last 2.5 years, Kel's been asking for extra sauce. You got to settle for what you get.
I'm sitting
am I
here
laughing?
minding my own business.
What are you talking about? He's got a new diet plan he's going to start on Monday.
I don't know if
What?
you heard about the new
That's
diet
not the
plan,
sauce
but it
I'm
starts
talking about.
Monday.
Oh, that's not the extra sauce you're talking about. Oh.
Interesting.
I heard you were saying keep your sauce to yourself.
This got weird. I'm starting a new diet plan on Monday, and I'm going to lose 50 pounds.
Hey, honestly, I'm super proud of you.
No, you're
not
not.
for the weight loss, just for the brave guess
You
about
did,
how
dude.
long
Dude,
that
we were
young
all
man
inspired.
dribbled the basketball.
I was way off.
We were inspired, all of us.
I inspired everybody.
You wanted to do it, and you did it.
Honestly, I'm pretty convinced because you're in sports media that you might win the Jimmy Valvano Bravery Award, like Stewart's. I can't even talk.
And the Jivvy Award for the best producer.
Yeah. Wow.
Jimmy Award. It's like peanut butter.
Yeah, Jivvy for the best. Hey, did any of you, besides myself, watch the documentary 3 Identical Strangers?
I did once.
No.
I saw it. It was.
What is
I
it?
saw it on CNN, but didn't it end up somewhere else eventually
Well,
as
yeah,
well?
they made a full-length documentary about it. Yeah,
It was phenomenal.
Really, really good. So it's
Bizarre.
these 3 brothers, and I won't even give you the whole story because it's too amazing to recount. And also, I'd encourage you to watch it.
Yep.
Especially now that Ben Stiller is set to star in a mini-series about the triplets.
Get out of here. He's going to play all
He's
3?
going to play all 3, yeah. The triplets who were separated at birth on Long Island, according to Entertainment Weekly, the actor will star in 3 Identical Strangers based on the triplets who made headlines in the 1980s. Their reunion story became national news. However, there was a dark secret about their separation from a Long Island hospital.
Big time.
More recently, Stiller has been focusing on directing and producing, and this would be one of his first major acting roles in years. But it is a hell of a story.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Here's the short of it. The short of it is they basically turned these triplets into a science experiment and said, if we put this kid with a super wealthy family in a good neighborhood, let's put this one in a middle-class family in a middle-class
This
neighborhood.
is all deliberate.
yeah.
Yep.
It was an experiment.
And let's
dude.
put this third kid in a struggling family that's living, paycheck to paycheck that can barely keep the lights on.
Right.
Let's just see what happens with these 3 kids with the same genetics in,
Right.
nature versus nurture. Let's see what happens. It's dark.
You know how it ends.
Oh yeah, the documentary goes through all 3 of their lives
I'm
and the
fascinated
ups and
already.
downs on the roller coaster.
I feel like I want spoilers already.
It's 2 hours, but it's
Oh, I
worth
want
your
to know.
time.
I want to know.
It's
I
worth
know
your
during
time.
the break.
I
You got
went
to tell me.
It wouldn't distract me from detract me from watching it. But
No, not at all. Because Stiller's amazing, and I
Yeah,
want to see
he's
him.
so good at that.
I almost wish he was directing it more than acting.
Yeah,
but
correct.
he's- but he's still
Yeah.
a great actor too.
And guys, they weren't the only ones they did it to.
Oh, Lordy.
Who's they? No, I'm sorry, I missed
The 3
bad part.
brothers.
No, who's
in
did this to
control?
the boy?
The Illuminati.
No, if I remember,
Yeah,
see,
the deep
it's
state.
been a couple years since
Yeah.
I've seen it, but wasn't it some kind of like Christian adoption
Something like that.
place
Yeah,
or something?
it was-
Oh.
that sounds right to me,
I
yeah.
thought there were like nuns involved, if I remember right, but maybe my mind's
But they
just
were calling
fading.
the shots, or like
You know what? They
the
did what
CIA
they
was
wanted
calling
to
the
do.
shots.
Yeah.
They made the decision. They
Oh,
always wanted to
sad.
do it, and they did it. Just like Sauce a
Yeah,
few
just like
moments
Sauce.
ago.
What did I do?
Yeah.
You guessed how long
You
that
don't
kid
remember doing
dribbled a
that?
I
basketball.
forgot about that. I'm
And you
thinking
weren't,
about
you weren't going to let us pressure you
Yeah.
into just
No.
guessing
Yeah.
something
We're all proud of
accurate.
you, buddy.
Logical.
It was what you wanted to do, which was guess 12 hours.
Thanks, man. I don't know. I'm bad at guessing.
No, but you had the bravery and the courage to say what you wanted to say.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I didn't even care that you were super, super, super off. It was that you didn't care.
Right.
And living that fearlessly
Yeah.
is something we all
Maybe
strive
I
to
This
do.
should go in the book.
I feel
Maybe
like
I
I
was
need to
doing
write
ayahuasca.
a Dido song about you.
Man, we were so adamant about your bravery that we're like 6 minutes late for break.
I have no idea when
That's
I'm
my
supposed to go to break
fault.
anymore.
The Power Trip on your returns after this on the fan.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center, here's a look at the roads. We have a collision to report on Highway 100 southbound on the exit ramp to County Road 81. The ramp's still open and traffic moves well on Highway 100 itself. Not so much on 694 right now. Westbound Drivers hitting the brakes. Long Lake Road to East River Road takes 26 minutes to get from Highway 36 to Highway 252. Eastbound drive time is 15 minutes. That's traffic on the Fan, sponsored by eBay Motors. You might not have the biggest garage on the block, but with eBay Motors, there's 122 million parts right at your fingertips. Whatever you need, there's something that fits your vehicle. Air filters, tires, seat covers, and more. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride.
Luther and LutherAuto.com. It's lights out all month long at Luther. If you have a dashboard light on, they can turn it off. And who doesn't want that dashboard light turned off? Like as quickly as possible. Nobody wants to stare at that. Nobody wants to constantly stress about it and worry about it. What's going on with the car? How about especially when you don't hear any difference, you don't feel any difference, that light's just on, and you're going, I don't know if I buy this. So what do a lot of us do? We just drive around and hope the light goes off. It's probably not going to, which means eventually you got to deal with it. Well, this is the best possible time to do it because all month long, it's lights out. I would say get it dealt with as quickly as possible. But the entire month of February, if you drive into a Luther location and tell them you got a dashboard light on, Luther will turn.
Hi, everybody. We are going to just hop in during the break, say hi. I can see like the camera is foggy, but I'm live in here in Norway. Zach Halverson here, and I was monitoring the old Power Hour. Thank you to Ryan Williamson for doing a great job back in the Twin Cities. But I want to just hop on and say hi, and I guess we'll be joining a little bit later on the actual show, like around 8:40. So stick around for that. But I thought I'm actually looking at the chat for a change. So if you have a question or a comment, I might read it for a change here. Normally I'm busy switching cameras and doing all sorts of other fun stuff, but yeah, it's actually, that's the shower. I just hopped out of the shower like a half hour ago, so I just think it's the steam that's just emanating. Took a much needed shower. We're actually in Trondheim right now. It was like a 2.5 hour drive back from the mountains where we were the last day and a half or so. So it is. It's not that cold. It's let me check my watch here. 35 degrees out. I actually got the window open. I think maybe that's probably causing a bit of the fog. But yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I'm just overthrown. The Helvey takeover. Let's call it that. My hog is not out. I'll be honest, not wearing pants, but you didn't need to know that, and I didn't need to say it, but I said it. Yes, I was yelling my name when I was hearing the segment about that wonderful pill. Yeah, it's the steam, exactly. Let's see here. Hi, Darren. Foggy in Norway. Hello. That's wonderful. I don't know if I put that on or if that was Ryan, but yeah, keep monitoring the actual. I don't want to miss any of the actual show. So Ryan, feel free if you're listening, throw them back on when their break is done because I don't want to miss any of the actual show. But yeah, welcome to Halvey Fest Norway. I love it, Peter. It's fun, man. It's exciting. We got serving our troops tonight. I can't stand up because I don't want to, completely lose our license to broadcast on most of these places. But I got an apron, so I'm going to put this apron on a little bit later on. I can't do it right now, but serving our troops here in Norway. We're serving a steak dinner tonight for the troops. It's going to be fun. I don't know what the pizza, why it was so good, Dan. It was, again, I was a picky eater. I went in skeptical. I'm a picky eater. We might go through this on the show later, but I have a whole thing of granola bars that I was planning on living off of, but I ended up having a pretty good meal yesterday. It was just some of the nicest, tastiest crust I've ever had. So no, I was really happy with it. I'm in Norway with Minnesota Military Radio, and we're doing a show. We actually did the show. That's what I'm doing here now. I'm sitting in would you call it a hotel room? Yeah. It's Really awesome deal. We got Doug Wortham hosting this week, and he's been talking to all sorts of people. There's a Minnesota Norwegian Home Guard, Minnesota National Guard. It's called Norexist Exchange. So they have Norwegian troops in Minnesota right now. They got Minnesota troops here in Norway right now, and they're learning from each other about winter survival and all sorts of stuff. So it's really cool, and I'm very honored to be able to have witnessed it. They were doing training, skiing, snowmobiling. A lot of them. I rode a bus from the mountain back down here, and with pretty much all the troops, and they were coming back from a 3-4 day stay up in the mountains. They were staying in tents. It was awesome. So anyway, I live off dabs and chewy bars. I love it. So all right, I'm gonna go. I think we're about to go back to the actual radio show. As soon as I see old Core put on his headphones, I'll throw it back. But bottom line is, I guess I'll be joining in about 15 minutes with the actual show. So until then, we'll say goodbye and send it back to
the Eagles are the Super Bowl champs.
John Madden's game predicts the Philadelphia Eagles will beat the Chiefs 31-17.
31-17, and if you are a fan of the other way and want the score to be inverted, again, Madden in the last 5 years, 1-4 predicting the winner.
I'm sorry, I put my headsets on late. Who's predicting 31-17?
The Madden simulation.
And pick the Chiefs or the Eagles?
Eagles
31-17.
All right.
But they are 1-4 in the last 5 games.
That is true.
The Chiefs win.
That would not surprise me, though. I know Tommy and I were. This was all off here, right?
Yeah, it was off here.
Tommy thinks that it would not surprise him if the Eagles won by 10. Now Rosie was like, "I'll take that bet." Right? Like 10 is a big number, but I do think the Eagles are going to win this game, and it's not going to be surprising or shocking at all that they control this game.
I disagree, but that's what's the fun part about this game.
Yeah,
I think Mahomes is
where the heart is
special. And I think that, where the heart is.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I love the way you fill in the blanks.
Why don't we?
I can't help myself.
Why don't we jump on the air Sunday morning and have this conversation?
We should
for 10 hours.
We do a 6-hour show on Sunday morning.
That'd be great. I'll be there.
Roser, I'm with you though. After your state of the state this morning, we were talking about that. I tend not to watch all the preview stuff. Like it doesn't really matter. But I love watching on Super Bowl Sunday.
Sunday's fine.
The build up and the anticipation of everybody just kind of like all the pomp, the circumstance are all on location. You get to see the fans. Then they're talking about
outside,
the game.
The warm
they
weather.
do a little bit of like human element stories, and they do the X's and O's. Like Sunday previews the best.
Well, except we have to watch the end of the Phoenix Open first.
That'll be great, which is currently suspended.
Why?
Oh,
weather.
Did it cheat on a test?
Frost in Phoenix.
Frost. Is that chilly there?
Probably won't tee off till maybe an hour from now.
But to your point about manufacturing stories, it's feeding the Eagles and Chiefs fans what they want, right?
Yeah,
because can you imagine if the Vikings win the Super Bowl Sunday and the pregame starts 15 hours before the game, so they got to fill just trash. If 6 hours in, they're like, all right, now here's a 3-minute video about how Oli Udo plays Settlers of Catan. I'd go, sweet, let's see if he's good at this game. I'd watch it.
Of course you would.
Let's see what he does. I want to know all about his free time.
You are correct, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Just that day. I'm with you on that, though. I can't take it for 2 weeks. But the day of, you got to start feeling that buzz.
You have
start
to.
Shooting it into your veins.
I mean, there's been speculation, has there not, about moving. I mean, Super Bowl Sunday's been Super Bowl Sunday for forever.
Yeah.
Do people still feel the game should be moved to Saturday?
I've heard
people had that opinion.
It's either that or have a national holiday on Monday.
Yeah. That's the other.
I've heard that theory for years too.
Because somebody actually proposed that as a law this year or something like that. But
I saw that as well.
So, speaking of, I'll bring up one more thing because Ben, we lose you after the segment. I know. So the latest members of the Pro Football Hall of Fame will be announced tonight. Dwight Freeney and Darrell Rivas are among the people who are eligible to enter the hall during their first time on the ballot. Other big names who could be inducted include Devin Hester, Torrey Holt,
he should be in.
Reggie Wayne, and DeMarcus Ware. The announcement will be simulcast on the NFL Network. Now, that's the thing where they go knock on the door, hotel doors, and that's something I would watch because I like to see the looks on their faces. But I really would like to see the other ones who don't get the door knocked on or the ones who accidentally forgot they ordered a pizza.
Yeah, and then don't have money. Rosie, don't pretend you don't know what's happening.
Oh man!
I
well, I
always
think of
love
the
that,
disappointment. Like Chris Carter went through it a number of years. A bunch of guys have gone through.
Yeah, because they bring you in if you're on the ballot, right? And if you get the door knock, you're in. But you don't. If you don't, you're not in. Is that how it goes? I forget.
I think that gentleman passed away. The guy from the Hall of Fame.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, the big guy,
dude.
Baker? He passed away?
I thought he did.
That's a huge bitch.
Yeah, he was a big guy.
So hang on, do they?
I thought he
they
did.
must have heavy security at that hotel because otherwise,
how heavy they
there
are.
definitely would be guys that are looking to prank and knock on that door.
Oh,
right.
my.
You got to have that hallway cleared out. You can't just let the riffraff walk up and down knocking on doors, ruining people's days.
See David Baker.
David Baker.
Yeah. Did he pass away?
October 16, 2021.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What do they got him listed as for height and weight? Does it
Okay,
say?
here we go.
It doesn't say.
Just ballpark.
You know what? I'm going to guess 6'8", 229.
That's a huge bitch.
229. He'd be a skinny guy.
Yeah, he's pretty proportional.
Yeah.
Man.
So
that
wait,
guy.
isn't our guy Jared Allen, is he a finalist?
That's,
Yeah.
See, this year
Is he in the final
yeah.
15?
Yeah,
I thought he was a Final 15 guy.
First year ballot. I think that's right.
So we talked to Tyler George a couple of days ago about the Jared Allen curling team upset of Team Schuster.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I didn't click on the link. Oh, I think it was Star Tribune just said Team Schuster and Jared Allen's team lost.
Oh, they did.
Again, remember, this is an
It's a
18-round robin.
yeah.
So maybe Team Schuster's reign is over.
It's
the two games that I've seen, they're 0-2. And then apparently Jared's team lost. But who knows?
Long ways to go.
Yeah, it's a round robin. Who knows?
Yeah. Let me see.
Didn't click on the link.
Hall of Fame ballot. BALOT.
They normally get 5-6 guys that go in.
Darrell Revis, DeMarcus Ware, Charlie Tweeter, Devin Hester.
Wait, Charlie Tweeter got in?
He's not in yet. He's in the final 15.
He'll get a knock.
Jonathan Moxon, Jared Allen.
Jonathan Moxon.
Jonathan Moxon. Wow. Good for him, man.
These aren't guarantees.
I'm not listening.
Manu the Slender, Paul Blake.
What?
Yeah. Terry Garr.
The Icebox.
My cousin?
Terry
Yeah.
Garr?
Terry Garr.
My
yeah.
cousin?
Icebox from Little Giants.
Oh,
Your cousin.
Yeah, your cousin. It's like your brother Daryl and your other brother Daryl.
Devin Hester, yay or nay?
Hell yes.
Yeah.
I would say
Yes.
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 100%.
Hell
Devin
yes.
deserves
That
it,
guy.
man. He
Terrified teams for about a
Yes.
decade, right?
Yeah.
just was the best.
Did you ever tackle him, BN?
No, I could never catch him.
Honestly, you know how over the last decade or so, the kickoff is about the most boring thing in football
Correct.
because it's almost always a touchback. Devin Hester is one of the only people in the history of the NFL to make a punt return exciting. Like, when he was standing back there, it was here
Don't
we go.
kick it to him.
Right? How do you and then you remember how many special teams coaches would just bitch out a punter that kept it in bounds? Like, kick it out of bounds.
Yeah, Chris Cluey got in trouble because Chris he didn't want a directional punt. He just wanted to bomb it.
Boom
and they're
it.
like, no, you need to kick this thing far and out of bounds.
Cannot
You know
let
what?
Devin Hester
The
catch
special
it.
teams coach was super nice about it, I bet.
Oh, boy. By the way, see David Baker is alive.
He's alive.
Yeah, I didn't think he was dead.
Why did you
alive.
tell me?
I think he just he
he's
walked
not- he's
away.
no-
He retired.
He's not
I don't think
dead.
he died.
Well, you told me
that's
he's in
real different.
2021.
In
Well, that's
offices,
when he
that's
was
when he was
out of office.
Yes.
Oh my
He's
God!
dead to
dead.
me, that son of a bitch.
If he ain't knocking on doors,
Hey, now.
Now, David.
Okay, here's the list
right.
of players. There's 28 of them. I'll go through them quick,
28.
okay? So here's the eligible ones today. Devin Hester,
In.
Joe Thomas, offensive tackle.
In. Joe Thomas is a stud.
Would you please let Ben decide?
Oh, I thought you
No,
were asking
yeah,
all of us.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, I'm not.
we let you guess the
you've done your
dribbling
thing for the
time
day,
once.
buddy.
That's enough.
All right, I'll go back to mock drafts on the internet.
Joe Thomas,
In. Oh, not my turn.
In.
Darrell Revis.
Hold, please.
He played for a lot of teams. I didn't realize
sure
that.
did.
He did.
Patrick Willis.
I would say in, but he had a really short career.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
2007,
long enough career.
2014.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Yeah.
that he. Yeah.
Yeah. Steve Smith, Sr.
No.
No kidding.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't
I don't know
resonate
how
with you?
he and like Heinz Ward sort of changed the game a little bit, but I don't know. I don't think numbers wise, maybe I don't. I'm feeling no on that one.
You guys are friendly though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the first time I kind of ever realized that you were a big deal was when Steve Smith walked up to you in Carolina, I believe we were in, and he walked up to you like, Ben Lieber, what's going on? I'm like, hey, people know who Ben is.
I know. Some people do.
Yeah. James Harrison.
Boy.
Oh,
God, he was a monster.
Yeah, he's a monster.
That guy was good.
How long did he play?
He played
time.
2002 to 2012 with the Steelers.
Yeah.
14 to 17 with the Bengals. No, I'm sorry, it's not right. Steelers twice, and the Bengals once, and the Patriots once as well. DeMarcus Ware.
In front of our guy Jared?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, statistically, they're like right there, neck and neck. So I'll say yes.
Dwight Freeney.
Yeah.
He was such a beast.
Gosh, dude, he played for the Colts, the Chargers, the Cardinals, the Falcons, the Seahawks, and the Lions.
Really good.
He was so fun to watch. I'll say yes.
He is a member of the 100 Sack Club. It's hard to walk, I bet.
Oh, wow. Who is 100?
Torrey Holt.
Yeah.
Yep. Andre Johnson.
A lot of wide receivers.
No.
Could be in the MMA Hall of Fame the way he beat up Cortland Finnegan.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Right.
Jared Allen.
Yes.
Have to see.
Zach Thomas.
Yes.
Reggie Wayne.
You're putting a lot of guys in, Ben.
Oh, boy.
He's not. You're not saying
Have
just
to be
this
this
year.
year.
You're
Yeah,
saying
just
you're
period.
saying
Right.
ever.
Ever. Yeah.
Pasta Bowling.
No, not Reggie Wayne. No.
I don't know.
Darren Woodson.
Yes.
Willie Anderson. Offensive tackle.
No.
Vince Wilfork. Man, that guy was a monster.
He was a monster.
That's a huge bitch.
He was a huge bitch.
Sure. Yeah. Hopefully he wears. Maybe they give him like instead of a gold jacket, like gold overall,
Yeah, that's cool.
because that was like his thing.
Yeah. Jari Evans.
I don't know.
He's a guard. Robert Mathis.
No.
Nope.
Rodney Harrison.
Yes.
Eric Allen. Cornerback.
Yeah. No.
Albert Lewis, cornerback.
Wow.
No.
Henry Ellard, wide receiver.
I don't think so.
Rondé Barber.
Maybe yes.
Anquan Bolden.
No.
Really? Fred Taylor.
No.
Heinz Ward.
No.
Ricky Waters.
No.
London Fletcher.
Yes.
Yes.
London
That's all.
Fletcher. London Fletcher might be one of my favorite linebackers of all time.
Really?
No
He was
kidding.
great.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was so underrated, and he should not have been underrated. Like he had better statistics than Urlacher. He was as physical as Lance Briggs. Like this dude did it all, but he was short in stature, and for whatever reason, he was not a self-promoter, and they did a horrible job of promoting him on the teams that he was on. He was a stud.
He started 240
He
games.
was a stud.
So he's our Kevin Williams.
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
Kevin Williams was the man.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
again,
he was.
boring name. Never promoted himself. Just did his job.
Wasn't
Which
much
means
of a dancer.
that's why Kevin Williams is never getting into the Hall of Fame. Although he's got a borderline Hall of Fame
could the
resume as
Vikings
well.
use a Kevin Williams right now.
Man, oh man.
Hey, I was going to say this real quick, and maybe you can
Go ahead,
find
buddy.
it in the system.
Sure.
Just to humor me, because I do have to get going here pretty
Yeah,
soon. You guys probably have to go to break. Devin and Max, Devin Hester, the best hype up music with that Superman song.
Oh yeah.
When that thing played, what's the name of the song? So we can maybe find it.
It's Superman by Fight for Fighting.
No, it's
Are you talking about Kryptonite?
Yeah, by Three Doors Down.
when it would start. You're playing at Soldier Field, and that song would.
Yeah, here you go.
Wow! What are you going? Superman!
Was it?
You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
you're talking about the Soldier Boy. Crank that.
Yeah, Soulja
Crank
Boy.
that.
Yes,
Yeah.
Superman.
Here he comes.
This is it, Rose.
Oh, here we go.
No!
I got goosebumps.
Yeah, this song well.
Soldier Boy. I got the new dance for y'all called
Yeah.
Soldier
The
Boy.
whole stadium would explode.
This song
He'd be
wails.
back there. We're all lining up, trying to like shaking in our boots because we don't want to have a punt return on us. And he's just dancing in there, and all the way back in the punt return formation, just kind of dancing, getting the crowd hype. It was the best atmosphere.
Remember, he returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown, right? In the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Did he?
Against the Colts, yeah.
Yeah. And Hawk's going home to crank that soldier boy.
All right, guys, I got to go.
All right, Benjamin.
Love you.
Bye, my friend. The final segment of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on the Fan.
Zach checks in, by the way, from Norway right after this.
The Fan, along with Adams Pest Control, want to help put $1,000 in your hand. Listen weekdays on The Fan.
Love the outdoors? A career with Adams Pest Control lets you work outdoors without being micromanaged. Great pay, great benefits, paid training with no experience required. Go to adamspestcontrol.com for details.
Attention, all experienced HVAC technicians. Gens Ryan is looking for you. Fast and easy application and hiring process. 100% company paid insurance premiums for you and your whole family, and more. Call or visit gensryan.com to apply.
Hey, it's Corey Cole from my friends at Push Pedal Pull. The guys are all excited and want me to tell you about a special buy they just made on Precor 223 and 445 treadmills. And they're passing the savings on to you. While supplies last, you can save up to 40% off the best home treadmills in the market. Plus, if you mention KFAN, you can get a free equipment mat with any qualified purchase. Visit their stores in Burnsville or Maple Grove or online at pushpedalpull.com before February 19th for great savings on all new treadmills, ellipticals, and other exercise equipment too. Push Pedal Pull, your exercise equipment experts.
More ice, little brother.
Wait, I get you want to prep for the February cold, but is an ice bath really all that necessary?
Brain freeze.
With Pronto's same-day furnace repair, you never have to be out in the cold with an unexpected breakdown. We fix your furnace.
Flash fast.
Within 24 hours, or we'll pay you $99 for every day you wait.
Give me a towel.
You got another 5 minutes.
Oh boy.
Same-day furnace repair.
Only at ProntoHeat.com.
Hey, it's Paul Lambert. Sure, you could do oatmeal for breakfast if you want to have a bad day. Spice up your breakfast. Get Holiday Station's new breakfast quesadilla with fluffy scrambled eggs, savory sausage, peppers, and spicy pepper jack cheese. Stop by Holiday Station stores today.
What I love about working at Shane Company is that there's always something new going on. New things to look at, new jewelry for you to try on, new offerings. In addition to our great selection of natural diamonds, we recently brought in lab-grown diamonds. A lab-grown diamond has all the same properties as a natural diamond. It's a real diamond, just as beautiful, and made in a lab. You can't tell the difference. I invite you to come in and see for yourself. At Shane Company, you can compare two diamonds side by side and decide what's right for you. We offer the largest selection of natural diamonds and lab-grown diamonds. Choose from 10 beautiful shapes in a wide range of sizes, all hand-selected by our diamond experts for quality, beauty, and sparkle. Whether you choose a natural diamond or a lab-grown diamond, you can be sure it'll be absolutely gorgeous. So visit us today. We can't wait to show you what's new.
Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and Shaneco.com.
This is Angela Warner with Warner Stallion. As a mother of 5, believe me, I'm all about getting the best deals. I'm always looking for a way to save money without compromising on quality. I guess it runs in the family. Because at Warner Stallion, we have a team of buyers who are obsessed with getting appliance deals that no one else has. Like right now, we have thousands of appliances in stock at the best price. Then we give you an extra 5% back and fast free delivery. Put us to the test and see for yourself at our 10 Minnesota stores and at warnerstallion.com.
Luther and LutherAuto.com. It is lights out at Luther the entire month of February. If you want to buy a car, truck, van, or SUV, of course you go to Luther. They're the best car dealership group in the Twin Cities. It's not even close. But look, this is the perfect time for you to deal with that pesky dashboard light that you have been maybe staring at for maybe an hour, maybe 3 days, maybe 3 weeks. And so far, you haven't done anything about it. Well, good timing for you. The entire month of February is lights out at Luther. If you drive into any Luther location, and there's over 40 in and around the Twin Cities, find them at LutherAuto.com. You drive in, tell them you have a dashboard light on. They will point you in the right direction. They will turn that light off, run a free computerized diagnostic to figure out what's going on with your car, truck, van, or SUV. Then give you a free, no-obligation estimate in terms of what it's going to take to get that light to stay off long-term as well. So no one wants to drive around stressing out. Make sure you take care of this as quickly as possible. Like, I don't know, today. LutherAuto.com. It's lights out at Luther.
Higher quality, not higher prices. Go to buildersandremodelers.com.
You're listening live to The Power Trip on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
I'm sorry, man, but I told you right before you did your spot, we just found So I was looking for Devin Hester doing Soulja Boy, right?
Yep.
As Ben was talking about. So I find it, and then he returns a TD against the Vikings on a punt return, and Ben flat out misses the tackle.
No.
Greenway misses the tackle. Everybody misses the tackle. And so I made Ben come back just to watch, and he's like, I was in my lane. I was in my lane.
Man.
Not my fault.
Dude,
That's Greenway's fault.
it's the best because Hester runs back to like the 7, catches it over his head.
And at one point, there's like 7 Vikings around him and no Bears.
Yeah. And Ben
Didn't matter.
No, he was the best.
He was 7. He was probably 2 yards in front of Ben. 30 seconds later, he's 7 yards in front of Ben. It's incredible.
Devin Hester was
Wow.
Bo Jackson on Tecmo Bowl. As
Yes,
long as
correct.
he kept going back and forth, he was so hard to get a handle on that it didn't matter if it was 7-on-1. You could get through that.
That's right.
He was so fast.
And it's we know the rules and why there's safety issues, but it's I think it's the build up to the kickoff, as we all know, even the U.S. Bank Stadium, is so extreme. It's so everybody's hyped up. They kick the ball 10 yards deep in the end zone, and it just goes. It's like you just feel like what a letdown. You want to see someone return a kick.
Yeah, you know who's going to return eventually as we go live to Norway?
No.
Zach Halverson is on with us from Norway. Hi, Zach. If you're not watching us, you should be. It's the Power Hour on the all the social media channels for the Power Trip, but specifically on YouTube right now. You can see Zach Halverson, who appears to be in a hotel room, I guess. Zach, is that right?
I'm in the the police training facility. This is where
I can see that he's talking to us.
Oh, yeah, Daddy, I keistered some drugs today.
I wouldn't say that if I were you. Any idea what's going on over there? Any idea?
Yeah, Pod 3 brought it up. All right.
Yeah, he's still talking. He doesn't know.
Yeah,
we can't hear him.
let's pretend
Let's
we're
just
talking
nod
to
at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Zach,
Really
what's,
great,
what's
Zacho.
your favorite part
Wow.
so far? Oh, wow, man. That's great.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not coming up.
Man, I know that
It
I'm
should be.
difficult to deal with, but aren't all these new little bells and whistles fun?
But they could be.
Here we go.
I'm telling you, that was either way. We'll wave at you. Hi, Zacho.
Thanks,
Hi,
Zach.
You know, it's weird because
Dynamic
he was
edition
just,
from Norway. We could hear him.
He was just doing a talk to the listeners during the last break, and they could hear him, and we could hear them. I don't wonder what happened. It looks like it's going through the board correctly to me. I wouldn't find a way to make sure he wasn't on the air.
Well, Zach 2, what do you think Zach 1 is saying about Norway and his experience the last 48 hours? Zach 2? There we go. Now we connected.
Norway fried chicken. Snow.
In Norway?
Hockey day, Minnesota. White bear. Boys.
Boys?
Yeah, the Amazon Prime show. It's phenomenal.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
Homelander.
I'm sorry, Zacho. I swear to you, it was just working a second ago.
Well, he will be missed.
In the video, PC, and programs. I don't know what that means, Zach. You're talking to a guy who can barely get out of bed in the morning, let alone figure out how to do things.
Rosie, you ever been to Norway?
Pod 3 pod. Yes.
I have.
I do have Pod 3
not.
potted out.
No, I went
Okay.
to cover the Vikings. Speaking of Devin Hester, cover the Vikings Bears game, exhibition game in Sweden, Gothenburg, Sweden.
In Sweden?
In Sweden.
Wow, I didn't know we played.
Yeah,
one
we
there.
played there
Didn't
with Studwell was playing and Keith Millard, all those that bunch, and they played the Bears with they had their rambunctious defense still at that time, but it was a lot of fun. It was a great experience covering the game in Sweden. They played special. I can't remember why they played it in Sweden, but they did. So it was I've not been to Norway.
You ever had the cinnamon rolls at IKEA?
Who hasn't?
Just checking.
Meatballs.
Just check it. It's the closest I've ever been to Sweden.
Yeah, man.
Outside of growing
Someday.
up in the Chisago Lakes area.
Sweden's
which is a
very
lot of
much like
Swedes.
northern Minnesota. I think the parts of Gothenburg was very much like northern Minnesota. It's just beautiful.
AJ,
It is beautiful.
What's your name,
You're right.
Zach?
You're right, Max. You've been there.
Talk to me, Zach. Talk to me.
Hi.
There he is.
Hey!
Was it on my
Hey,
end?
Daddy.
Did I do something wrong? Because it looks like it's right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm glad you're here. What's going on? Tell us about Norway.
It's beautiful. We're in this police training facility. So we're in this individual rooms. Nice. The shower's right behind me, and it's kind of over there. They got some stuff. They got these weird condiments. I love their condiments here. I got bacon flavored some spread. They handed me. It's fun. It's awesome.
Very cool.
Bacon flavored what?
Bacon condiment?
I think he said bacon flavored Sunday spread.
Yeah, I think he said it was.
I can see it.
I can see it. It is bacon.
toothpaste thing, and it just tastes like bacon.
Are you sure it's not toothpaste? It looks like toothpaste.
It isn't toothpaste. It says bacon on there.
Grody. So you obviously made it down the mountain, and you guys are going to serve the steaks to the troops today. Is that correct?
Yep. Got the old apron here. Serving your troops.
Great organization, all those folks.
They're wonderful.
They're phenomenal. You guys are ready. Got the table set. We got everything ready to go. The troops. I rode the bus down with all the troops. They'd all been up there for 4 days. No showers. So it's an interesting smell to the bus, but they were all excited to get the showers and get back into the warmth. But they were staying up in these tents. Set up there. I paid a picture of it the other day. Just crazy to think that the first time they've actually had actual central heat was when they started on those buses. So amazing watching these wonderful group of people.
Start over.
Awesome.
That's cool, man.
God, that was hot nonsense.
And you guys already recorded your show, so in like 5 seconds or less, when is that show available to be heard? Because I know a lot of the soldiers are actually on the show with you guys, and a lot of people back here would like to hear their people on the radio.
Yep, 7 a.m. Twin Cities News Talk, AM 1130 and 103.5 FM. And I can't hear you anymore.
Sunday,
7 a.m. Sunday.
Bacon flavored Sunday spread.
Yeah, bacon.
I'm giving him hand signals. Okay.
Do you have anything else to add?
Okay. I'm not sure because it sounds really good when he's not on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. It's like normally on the Power Trip. Sounds real good when he's not on the air. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. Funny. All right. Nobody? Okay.
So there was that.
Uh-huh.
That happened.
Anyway.
Initials tomorrow, by the way, $31,000 on the line.
Roser, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
That'd be sweet. Is that the tops? Is that the high? What's
Carl
the high water mark?
31.5.
So
if it doesn't go off tomorrow,
all right.
We'll have a record tying attempt next week when everybody's out.
Yep.
And if nobody gets it next week, then we'll have an all-time jackpot record.
Right.
But
Hell yeah, man.
31,000 tomorrow. And the normal 4 are back tomorrow. Marnie's normal 4. Then Chris gets the hell out of here for a week and goes to Mexico.
Yeah, nice. Maybe I'll be healthy by the time I get back today. By the way, Roso,
yes, sir.
On the after party, the Power Trip after party.
You're doing that again?
Yeah, we just brought it back starting on Tuesday. So
a very special interview with our Joe Pesci, who turns 80 today.
I literally was just reading about Joe Pesci turning 80 today.
Turns 80.
Yeah, Pesci's today on our show today.
Yeah,
congratulations. Today. Nice get.
Yeah, we're going to ask him about Home Alone and Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
And he can't be on the regular show because all he can say is the MFer.
Well,
and
I think he broke the record in Goodfellas.
Well, he's about to break another record later on the after party today. But
subscribe. It's back.
Yeah.
Tuesdays and Thursdays and sometimes more than that, but on a weekly basis, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
All right, Roso, final score and predictions. Super Bowl Sunday. What you got, baby?
Kansas City, high-scoring game, I got to believe. Kansas City 31, Philadelphia 28.
God, that was hot nonsense.
Whoa, that was great, Rose.
Well, I hope you put some money on it then.
I haven't yet.
Well, then
Hockey's
you're not
taking.
living.
Bet with hockey. He's taking Philly.
I don't want to, but I have to. I'm taking Philly in that
I
defense,
understand
man.
that.
I bet with
completely.
him.
I'm fine doing that.
$100?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Just straight up.
Book it.
Oh, straight up? I love it. Thank you.
Straight up.
Straight up. I love you, Roser.
Love you,
Rosie,
too.
you're
Have
a
good time
Minnesota
next week.
icon.
See
You're
you
a
later,
national
my friend.
treasure like Paul Allen is. I don't think LeBron's tweeted at you yet, but
He has
your
not.
day is
No.
still
Early
coming.
in the day.
Yeah.
Speaking of national treasure, Paul Allen, he is next, 9 to noon. We're back tomorrow, 5:30 to 9. Initials tomorrow at 8:15. Again, 31,000 on the line with a jackpot. See you tomorrow.
It's what we call today.
See you tomorrow.
And how the dance began, no one can.
KFAN, Total Traffic.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center, here's a look at the road. 694 eastbound. It's stop and go from Highway 252 to East River Road. Crash the left lane. Westbound traffic still a bit slow as